Picture this, a dimly lit smoky room. Cigar smoke hangs heavy in the air. Around a mahogany table, figures huddle, whispering in hushed tones. They're cutting deals, forging alliances, maybe even ordering a hit on a pesky journalist or two. Who are these shady characters? Mobsters? Nope, just your friendly neighborhood politicians. Okay, maybe it's not always that dramatic. But let's be honest, the line between politics and organized crime can get blurry. Think about it. The backroom deals, the ruthless power grabs, the constant maneuvering for influence. It's enough to make even the most cynical observer wonder if they accidentally tuned into The Godfather instead of C-SPAN. Don't get me wrong, not all politicians are corrupt. Some are genuinely trying to make the world a better place. But the ones who play dirty? They make it awfully tempting to draw comparisons to the criminal underworld. So grab your fedora, adjust your best I'm up to no good smirk, and let's dive into the murky, often hilarious world of politics as usual. Ever notice how some politicians talk about the country like it's their own personal piggy bank? They dole out favors, handpick winners and losers, and generally act like they own the place. They're not running a government, they're running a protection racket. Nice little economy you got there. Shame if something were to happen to it. And let's not forget about the campaign contributions. Sure, they call it donations, but it sometimes feels a lot more like extortion. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And if you don't play ball, well, let's just say you might find yourself on the receiving end of an audit from the tax man. It's enough to make you wonder, who are the real constituents here? The people? Or the special interests lining these politicians' pockets? Corruption in politics is about as surprising as finding a Kardashian on the cover of a magazine. It's everywhere. From petty graft to full-blown scandals, it seems like there's always someone on the take. Remember that time a politician used taxpayer money to build a moat around their mansion? Or that other time a politician got caught red-handed accepting bribes in a McDonald's parking lot? And don't even get me started on the insider trading. These guys make Jordan Belfort look like an amateur. The worst part? They often get away with it. They hire slick lawyers, blame the media, and generally weasel their way out of trouble. It's enough to make you want to scream. Or, maybe just switch to a different news channel because this stuff is depressing. Politics is all about negotiation, right? But sometimes it feels less like a civilized discussion and more like a scene straight out of Goodfellas. They threaten, they intimidate, they make offers you can't refuse. Need a new highway in your district? Better get ready to make some concessions. Want that bill passed? It'll cost you. It's all about leverage, baby. And these political heavyweights know how to use it. They'll twist your arm, they'll play hardball, they'll do whatever it takes to get what they want. And if you get in their way, well, let's just say they've got ways of dealing with problems permanently. Section 5. Image is everything from pinstripes to power suits. They say clothes make the man, but in politics, they make the politician. Forget policies and platforms, it's all about the image. Gone are the days of smoke-filled rooms and backroom deals. Today's politicians are media-savvy, social media-obsessed, and always ready for their close-up. They've traded in their pinstripes for power suits and their cigars for green smoothies. But don't let the polished veneer fool you. Behind those pearly whites and perfectly coiffed hairlines lurk the same old power-hungry sharks just waiting for their chance to strike. They're masters of spin, experts at dodging questions, and they know how to work a camera like a seasoned con artist. Section 6. Friends in low places, enemies on the front page. In the world of politics, enemies are inevitable. But it's the friends you've got to watch out for. You never know who's really got your back and who's just waiting for you to slip up so they can stab you in the front, or is it the back? One minute you're best buds sharing state secrets and insider trading tips. The next, they're throwing you under the bus faster than you can say quid pro quo. It's like high school all over again, but with higher stakes and better healthcare. And heaven forbid you cross a powerful politician. They'll bury you in bad press, launch investigations into your personal life, and generally make your life a living hell. Section 7 term limits. We don't need no stinking term limits. Some politicians cling to power like it's a life raft in a sea of angry constituents. They get a taste of that sweet, sweet authority and they just can't let go. Term limits? Push, those are for suckers. They'll pull every trick in the book to stay in office, gerrymandering districts, rigging elections, maybe even challenging their opponents to a duel. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the idea. They build dynasties, create political machines, and generally act like they own the place. These folks make career criminals look like pikers. They've turned staying in power into an art form. Section 8. The Teflon Don: How Some Politicians Get Away with Murder. Figuratively speaking, of course. It's amazing how some politicians are like Teflon. Scandals roll right off them. Lies don't stick. They could get caught on camera robbing a bank, and their supporters would probably find a way to blame it on the media. How do they do it? Well, it helps to have a team of highly paid lawyers, spin doctors, and yes men and women at your beck and call. They'll deflect blame, twist the narrative, and generally make sure their boss comes out smelling like roses. It's enough to make you wonder if maybe, just maybe, they've discovered the secret to immortality. Or maybe they've just got really good PR. Section 9. So, is this the future of politics? So, there you have it. The world of politics where the line between right and wrong is about as clear as a politician's campaign promises. It's enough to make you want to throw your hands up in despair and join a monastery. But hey, at least it's entertaining, right? In a car crash, can't look away kind of way. Just try not to think about it too much. You might not like what you see. And besides, someone's got to keep these politicians in check. Might as well be us, the cynical, jaded public. After all, we're the ones who voted them in. Or at least we like to tell ourselves we had a choice. So, the next time you're tempted to despair about the state of modern politics, just remember, it could always be worse. You could be the one running for office.